which jockey do you get the biggest kick out of beating?
If you'll tell you and be honest, I was the one that begged not to retire. Honestly, I still get choked up about that race. The competitive side of me wants another try at it, right?
Was that a moment when you thought, maybe I've had enough of this?
If you know me, you would know that I'm not going out that way.
It's warm out here, but that just gave me chills.
Having said that, what the hell were you doing, Mike?
Yeah.
Mike, it's an absolute pleasure to speak to you. I mean, a man who's done so much. Just out of interest, like when you started off and you look at your back catalogue now, do you kind of just think, wow, what a career?
I've been blessed. You know, my first Breeders' Cup, I rode a horse called Take Me Out. It's a horse for Billy Mott at Belmont. And man, I finished third. And something about that afternoon, man, just lit me up.
Take Me Out runs at him from the inside. Happy Jazz Band angles out. Best Pal is fourth. They're coming.
Ever since then, I've been part of some great Breeders' Cup moments, and it's been something about the Breeders' Cup just does something to me, man. It just wakes me up.
So if I asked you, which of your Breeders' Cup victories is your favorite, and I have a disclaimer here, you cannot say Zenyatta.
Oh, come on. I'd have to say this guy right here.
Arrogate.
California Chrome put to the test. Arrogate, full out. Arrogate steals the show in the Breeders' Cup Classic.
California Chrome was a brilliant horse, beautiful horse, and had a huge following. Mm-hmm. And he was a extremely talented horse, and it took every bit of a horse like Arrogate and that kind of talent to get by him that last little bit of the mile and quarter race. That race will go down as probably if I can't put Zenyatta's in there or lures, that would be it.
I feel like when you watched him come down to the wire, the way that he just dropped his head was, for somebody that has never ridden a horse, and Mike told me earlier that he could teach me how to ride in just a day, not gonna happen. There was something so beautiful, poetry in motion about it. What was it like being aboard a monster like him?
He put in I guess it was about a 5 race win streak that'll probably you'll never see a win streak like he put together. The Travers, you know, then coming back and winning the Breeders' Cup Classic, and then winning the inaugural Pegasus, and then going over to Dubai and finishing it off in the Dubai World Cup the way he did, which catapulted him to the richest horse in the world at the time. I'm not too sure if he still has that record or not, but he was a little bit above and beyond just a great horse. He was really, really good. I think in a mile and a quarter at his best, I had never seen a horse that could beat him. Of course, I didn't get to see the great, Secretariat run, but man, he broke the record at Saratoga when a mile and a quarter and under 2 minutes, 1:59 and change, which is probably never be broken. He was just an incredible horse.
What I love about these kind of conversations is that, like, Arrogate isn't a classic winner that would immediately spring to my mind. And I kind of feel just the way you're talking about him, he's not here. So, but he was slightly unheralded from the way you're talking about him. People, I don't think they worshipped Arrogate enough. We should have done. We should have an Arrogate day.
It was too bad that he just wasn't around long enough. Yeah. We lost him way too soon. In the breeding industry, I just think, man, we lost a superstar, man, on and off the racetrack.
When I show people that have either never watched a horse race or, are just not in the industry, what the best performance by a racehorse is, in my mind, I show them the Dubai World Cup with Arrogate.
Here he comes, Arrogate.
It never ceases to amaze.
Gates fly, they're racing in the Dubai.
If you hadn't seen it, you have to watch it to understand it. It's hard to explain. He certainly wasn't supposed to be last going underneath the wire the first time. He's supposed to be, if not on the lead, just right off of it. And we got squeezed really bad leaving there and literally had to stop to get out of it and start over again.
Here comes the big A. Arrogate on the outside. Gun runner in front of anything, but Arrogate swoops up on the outside. Arrogate has drawn away from Gun runner. A is for Arrogate. A is for Absolute Superstar. A is for Anointing. Have have we seen the anointing of the man of war of the 21st century.
And then to beat the group that he beat, if you go back and look at that group, I mean, Gunrunner never got beat again after that. So for if you go back and watch that race, you have to get a chance. You can watch it on YouTube now. You can Google it or pull it up. Dubai World Cup.
I did not too long ago, actually, at a
when
dinner
Arrogate
party.
won it.
But you are an anorak of the game. You be watching classics all night, every night. Like you just love it, Britt, and that's why everyone loves you.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's a good one. We might end the show with it, but we can each have a go. I want to just mention the fact that your favourite moment is a classic winner, and this show goes all around the world. But I'm from the UK, and we all just talk about the turf races. And I spend my life explaining that, I mean, as you can see, I like my food. And and every race is kind of like an hors d'oeuvre. And the classic is the main event. Is that how you feel? Where even if you had a ride in every race, and you're trying to win them all, but the Breeders' Cup Classic is a race that if you haven't got it on your CV, you have missed something massive in your career.
Yes, especially for Americans. I mean, I would have to say the Classic is of course, our greatest race. But for the Europeans, I mean, man, every turf race is important and it's fun to watch. I mean, I think the mile is always just an exciting race to watch. I mean, the Europeans just seem to dominate it most of the time. That's why when I was blessed to win it twice with Lure back to back, I think that's pretty incredible because it just goes to show what a great turf horse he was. Because you can't, I mean, listen, you guys come over from Europe, it's just hard to beat you guys on the grass, man. You're just too good.
But is it our horses, Mike? Because take this the right way. I don't want this conversation to go the wrong way.
Oh dear.
But
it might.
We come over here and we see Mike Smith. We say, well, he's on a turf horse. He's got no chance. He doesn't know how to ride turf. The dirt, you've got these fractions, you know everything. As a jockey,
don't forget, I won almost every turf race here.
Yeah, I thought you.
Well, was there one juvenile turf? I'm trying to figure out the one.
The only turf race I haven't won.
Another Hall of Fame rolling in here.
Is the
Richard, come say hi.
It's an open shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Upstairs. Yeah.
Oh.
Richard, how you doing?
We're in the middle of a show, and you're on it.
Don't give away any secrets.
No secrets.
He's
no
not.
Secrets.
He's telling us how good he was at turf racing, so he's not giving any. But coming back to where we were.
Bye, Randy.
Anyone else want to join in?
Yeah.
Where's Bob? Where's Bob? Do you feel as comfortable on the turf or the dirt, or is for you when you go out on a dirt race? Is that like going home? When is going on turf racing like going to a hotel?
No, I mean, listen, we do a lot of turf racing here as well in the States, and you know, we travel a lot. We go to, Ascot a lot. I'm actually still the only American rider, base rider, horse, and trainer to ever win a Group 1 in Europe. I won the Irish 2000 Guineas in 1991 for Leo O'Brien.
Not 4 stars?
4-star All-Star, yeah. And I've been to England and win races. I mean, so we adapt. I actually wanted to go to England early on in my career for about a year, just to learn and to be there, and had an opportunity to go. For a moment there, I was going to go ride for Andre Fabre for a little bit, and the deal just fell through a long time ago. But I almost got there, and I think Stephen Cawthon opened that door up, and a lot of these guys here have gone back to Europe and done very well. Johnny Velasquez has been back there quite a bit and done okay, and so, I mean, it's especially with our turf courses here, they're just like the dirt. We're not like in Europe where the ground's undulating and you go to the right or to the left. The only time you'll do that is down the hill at Santa Anita. But it's pretty simple. You just turn left when you get to the turn.
I'm curious because this is a Breeders' Cup World Championship, so not only do you get the horses from around the world, but you're getting riders from around the world. What have you taken from that jocks room filling with so many different personalities and talents over the years?
Oh, it's just fun to see those guys come in. Guys you see and you hear about, and they're just brilliant horsemen, man. They're not just great riders, they're brilliant horsemen. It's fun, really, Britt, to listen to them talk, how well they know their horses and how well they know the competition. I mean, when one of those riders say, oh, this one can do this, oh, that one's probably second string, that one's, man, I mean, they're right on. I mean, they really know their horses there, and I think a lot of that has to be. They train with each other quite a bit, a lot more than we do here. You know, they train in groups and they kind of know each other. They've tested each other a lot. Whereas in the States, we don't have that kind of room, and you know, we're built more for speed, so to say, especially on dirt. But little by little, we're trying to catch up on the turf racing. We have to steal a couple of your horses every now and then, but
Slowly but surely.
but it's fun to watch all these great riders come in. You know, Ryan Moore and William and you know, just all the guys that come in, man. They're just fun to watch.
Just because he's going to be here, Frankie. I mean,
Frankie, we got Frankie all the time, man.
But he says you welcomed him into the weighing room and all that kind of stuff. Did you really, or did you just think, oh no, it's the annoying old blokes coming on?
Yeah, if he'll tell you and be honest, I was the one that begged not to retire. I said, why? I mean, if you just come and ride in America for a little while, man, just enjoy it, have some fun, man. Listen, if you're in great shape, there's nothing else like riding. I mean, when you retire, what do we do? We're gonna sit on the couch and watch? I mean,
No, you want to be in it.
I mean, listen, if I'm getting in the way, that's a different story. If we're getting in the way, it's time to. And there's going to be a time, and I'll know it. I'm my own worst critic. If I feel I've gotten in the way, that's time to hang it up. But I don't feel that way. I'm in great shape. He's in great shape. We have all this knowledge. It's still so fun to ride. I enjoy it more now than I ever have. Why would you? This isn't work, man. This is retirement. This is
Okay, well, you've kind of led me into such an obvious link here, but like, so when you stuffed up the classic on Zenyatta, you were upset. Everyone was upset because everyone wanted her to win. You wanted her to win. Did you, at that moment, think, and just the fact you've taken I've had this question before, but was that a moment when you thought, maybe I've had enough of this? Or did it drive you on?
That drove me. If you know me, you would know that I'm not going out that way.
Right.
There was no way. Listen, I was disappointed. It was sad. We all wanted her to win. And I'm not saying she should have won. I thought Blame was an incredible horse, and he was unbeaten on that racetrack. And I don't think anybody could have beat Blame on that racetrack except maybe her, and she got that close to doing it.
Zenyatta is flying, Blame trying to hold on, Blame, and Zenyatta, Blame!
You know, and I think in defeat she showed how great she really, really was. You know, I didn't plan on being 20 back, but it's just the way it worked out. She had a lot of trouble with that track early on in the race. Churchill tends to be cuppy. Some horses get over it extremely well, and some struggle over it. And she's a big, you know, 17.2, probably weighed 1,400 pounds, and
Amazonian.
it was just a bit cuppy for her early on. So it took her a while to get going. But once she got going, I think she showed even in defeat who she really was. And I honestly think people saw more out of that race than they saw out of any of her races. They thought, wow, she really was that good, and she really was.
Say that before, that in defeat that may have been her best race.
You know, I come back the following year and win the Classic there.
That's
Mike,
no
one's not saying you're great, Mike. Don't get me wrong here. I don't want to leave on the wrong foot.
Yeah.
I'm curious though, has time allowed you to look at that race differently?
It's taken a lot of time. Honestly, I still get choked up about that race. The competitive side of me wants another try at it, right? But I don't know. Maybe I'd have got beat further if I try again, you know. And maybe I would have got it in front of Blame. But I had a good eighth of a mile to get by him. He just wouldn't let me by that day, and I can't take nothing away from him.
And it takes nothing away from her.
No,
I think it gives more to her.
Listen, I think they both came out of that race winners. I really do.
Yeah, because
Other than the other riders' bank account showed different.
A bit more.
But I completely agree. I think it look, obviously everyone wanted her to win, but what you got out of that was what fans feel like about this game, and that's what those of us who talk about it are trying to make people understand, that the people in it are the people who really care about the horses.
We're fans as well, aren't we?
Yeah, and there were men and women crying about a defeat. If she'd won, there'd have just been flag waving.
Listen to me, if she'd won, I probably would have retired. True story. I was going to walk away with her. That was in my mind. I wouldn't have gone on to win the Classic the following year, and then to win the holy grail of our American racing, which is the Triple Crown. All that stuff wouldn't have happened. So it's amazing. sometimes, you know, those bitter defeats wind up being
100%.
victories down the road at some point, you know.
Any person, if you judge them on winners, you're not seeing the real person.
No.
You judge the real person on adversity, don't you? In all walks of life.
I agree. I totally agree.
So you are proper stuff. Having said that, what the hell were you doing, Mike?
Yeah. Listen, I was too far back, but there wasn't. The more I tried to,
her, right?
well, the more I tried to get her in, it was worse. And there was a moment there where I thought, well, maybe I should just pull her up.
Yeah, I thought you would put her up.
I was this close. I
Yeah.
really was, because she wasn't going. I didn't know if something was wrong, because she was bobbling and she wouldn't go, and she's never done that before. And man, you're all these things. I certainly didn't want her to get hurt.
Yeah.
So what shifted? At what point in time did you know she's okay? She's got it.
All of a
she could
sudden,
win this?
she grabbed me. She went into the turn, switched to her left lead, kind of leveled out, got comfortable, and she took a hold of me. And I said, well, we're way too far back, but man, if anybody could ever do something like this, it'd be you. So if you want to go at it, go. And I went, you know.
It's warm out here, but that just gave me chills, because it's a testament to you as a horseman, knowing your horse, particularly her, who you knew so well, and giving her the opportunity to show her best. But if not, you were prepared to do what you needed to do to take care of her. It's just that innate feeling between horse and rider is something we'll never understand. But is that what keeps you hopping into the saddle every day?
There's just nothing like a horse, man. We all started in this game for the love of a horse, and listen, the competition gets into it, and the money, and the traveling, and the this and that. But then as you get older, it's like Benjamin Button. You go back to the things.
He's our version of Benjamin Button.
You go back to the things that really matter, right? And you just realize how much you love a horse, and because I'm not gonna ride leisurely when I retire. I'm not going to go out and ride, so I'm going to enjoy riding horses as long as I can.
How long could Mike Smith, realistically, with your body in the shape it is now, and you look like
if I don't get injured, I could go another 3 years easy into my 60. You know, at that level.
Not 60 yet, by the way.
At that level, I'm 59 right now. I could go to about 63 if I can stay in this kind of shape.
Can I ask you, for the benefit mainly of myself, but for any others who have the issues that I clearly have with eating, what is a Mike Smith workout or diet?
Well, diet, I work out a lot, so it's not necessarily a diet. I'm not a big eater, you know. The days I ride, I only eat one meal a day, and that's dinner. The days I don't ride,
Presumably that's at Jeff Ruby's Steakhouse, yeah?
there you go. If I don't ride, I
This one's here in
have
Delmar.
a light lunch and then a light dinner. But again, I train a lot, so I'll start out with a personal trainer, which this morning I'll do at 10:30. We'll go an hour for whatever it is we're gonna do, whether it's back and legs, shoulders, whatever it is, or interval training, just your whole body. And then after that, I do my own cardio. I might get on the stairs for 30 minutes, then I'll go and I'll run hills for another 3 or 4 miles. And I just do that at least 4 days a week, sometimes 5. And I've been doing that since my late 20s, probably. I started when I was about 27, 28 when I started. I've never stopped. It's got to be a way of life. And once you do it, man, there's nothing like it. You got to release them endorphins to feel good again. And it's just fun. You just feel better, man. At 59, I can do anything that I could do at 30. So.
Would you be my personal trainer?
Yeah, they're getting paid very well nowadays. I'd like to do that.
That's his
I think
next
you might
step.
just do it as a favour, Mike, but okay.
no,
I've
that's
been
a
very
favour.
kind to you on this interview. But yeah.
Has that inspired younger riders to take on that type of regimen?
I think it has, and the guys before us that you know, Lafitte and like Alex Solis and those guys, man, they were fitness fanatics, man, and I think that's where it kind of started. We all started doing it. You know, back in the day, you know, people didn't work out as much. They thought muscle was going to put too much weight on you, and you know, as you learn in time, you don't necessarily have to get big and heavy and bulky. You know, you can lift and train and stay lean, and it's just how you train and how you eat, you know, to do that. And now I see so many of these young guys in there. So not only are they younger, these suckers can run faster. They can run farther, man. So they've all caught on, man.
So here's a question then. You win your next Breeders' Cup Classic by a nose. Which jockey do you get the biggest kick out of beating?
Wow. I think whoever it would be, but
Oh, come on, Mike. There's one, isn't there? There must be one
feel
that you
like-
think,
I feel like
I want
there's
him.
gotta be
I want to have
you
that
know,
one.
I have such high admiration and respect for Johnny Velasquez.
Yeah.
And although it would pain me just a little to beat him, but I would also really love it.
Yeah.
And I know he would too as well, you know, because we just love each other and we
Yeah.
respect each other's as people, but as riders as well. And it's like when me and Gary went down to the wire in the distaff when Beholder beat Songbird. I mean, of course, I still think I won, but Gary says his bank account shows different. But you know, standing up after the wire, after I'd realized that he had beat me, of course, I was, you know, crushed because I got beat. But man, I was also never so happy because he beat me. So
I must just ask you about your first win for Charlie Appleby, because I was talking to him about it the other day, and he was saying like he didn't give you any orders because he thought, well, what orders can I give? And then halfway down the back, he was thinking, yeah, I wish you were a little bit closer, Mike. And then you came charging through at the end.
The two Europeans, here's Outstrip to win it.
yeah, I was so excited to pick that horse up for Charlie, and it was his first Breeders' Cup
Outstrip.
Outstrip. But I think it was his first contender as well, wasn't it? Yeah, I think he had never run a horse in the Breeders' Cup yet, and so it was his first one. And so when I picked him up, and it's funny, Ryan Moore told me that he goes, hey, that colt you picked up, he can run. I mean, he's a bit on the light side, lightly raced. He said, he's a bit green probably, but he can really run. Don't count him out. And that's why I wind up getting there at the wire was him at the end. He said, I told you when we stood up. I said, I told you, but they were going quick enough early, and my horse was comfortable and moving well, and I was able to really save a lot of ground, cut every corner. And when I tipped out at the 8th pole, boy, he just jumped into it and wind up
Tough.
Tough. Yelling.
Turf, you see, turf.
It was turf too.
Tough.
Mike, you've won everything under the sun. If there's one more thing that Mike Smith wants to achieve in his career, what is it?
Wow, they winning some more Breeders' Cups. Since we're here this weekend, this Friday and Saturday, at the age of 59, to pull off a classic would be amazing. Would really be amazing.
You don't want me to tell you this stat, but because you're in such great shape, you would be the oldest jockey to win a Breeders' Cup.
Yeah, I think
surpassing
Shoemaker was one before me. I think he was what,
56, I think?
56, which is amazing. It really is. So to pull that off would be incredible. I've always dreamed that I was going to win 2 Triple Crowns, right?
Not greedy at all.
3 Derbies and 2 Triple Crowns, right? That's always been in my head, and 31 Breeders' Cups.
I mean, but that's what keeps everyone going, isn't it? It's you are living the dream.
Oh, I really am, and that's why I just can't retire. I really can't. You know, how could you give this up, man? How can we?
And Mike, this has been fun.
This has been fun.
I'm like a
Well.
kid in a sweet shop talking to someone like you. I could do it for hours. I think viewers could listen to you for hours. Your passion, your
Next time we got to
longevity.
get Ryan Moore on with us so he can talk about all the great grass horses
Might
you
be
guys
a
have coming.
slightly shorter conversation.
A bit quiet.
I'm going to put Ryan on that with you.
Yeah.
We did have a great time chatting with Mike and Frankie a few years ago at the Breeders' Cup. at
Yeah,
Churchill
he's
Downs.
so
Them
fun to
swapping
have on.
stories was a lot of fun.
You feed off his energy, and he's captivating. You know, he really is.
But as are you, and I really hope you get to that 31.
Yeah,
and thank you for all those moments in victory and defeat. You make this game for us, and I think one day you're going to look back and be, well, you probably already are, but just so proud.
No,
So
well, thank you. I appreciate it, and thank the horse.
Thank you, Mikey.
You bet.
Good luck this weekend.
Thank
Mike
you.
Smith, what a legend!
Wow.
What a legend!
Thank you.